Y'all, what's really good? I'm on the top roof right now of a condo in this Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Views from Dallas. You dig what I'm saying? We on the balcony itself, and that's where I'm gonna do my topic today. My topic for today is gonna be what would I do if I was in Squid Game. As y'all all know, Squid Game is the biggest movie right now, biggest show on Netflix right now. It's basically a movie where some people are in debt and they're playing little kid games to try to win a bunch of money, right? Um, my first opinion on it is if I got the opportunity to win billions of dollars, I'm going for it. Don't care. I'm a competitor. I love to get active. I know how to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm strategic in everything I do, so I definitely would accept a free game to try to win $1 billion. Cool, right? Now, when the game would have started and I would have saw people dying, that's when I would have been like, it's time to go. Because whatever situation I was in before, at least I wasn't dying. I might have been struggling, but I wasn't dying. So that right there would have been a red flag when we did the first challenge and somebody died. So if I see somebody die, get injured, get hurt, then I might back out. Money ain't don't mean that much then to me. I'm like, hey, it ain't worth my life now. If I gotta fight, if I gotta literally risk my life to make the money, it ain't worth it no more. I don't want no smoke. I don't want to play no game. As y'all know, all the games were kids' games. I'm gonna go over each game and what I would have done and if I would have won. So yeah, I'm gonna change the view up real quick. So give me 1 second. So I'm gonna talk like this today, I guess, on a vibe. You feel me? Because I'm on a balcony, so you got to, you know what I'm saying, fit the description. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the Squid Games. Let's go over the first challenge. The first challenge was red light, green light. I think I would excel. I don't really look at what other people do. So if it would have said don't move, I wouldn't have moved. And if they would have said move, move. And I would have saw people dying, all I would have done was play the rules. And if I die that way, I would just die that way. But I would have been very strategical to just don't move. I would have seen people running. I'd have been like, the game is to not move. How I'm gonna win? So I'm more on the winning part more than seeing people dying. I'd be like, I don't care if this is rigged. We're finna die regardless. So I might as well just play the game and see what happens. I'm more like, this must be a test or something. So I would have seen all them people dying. I would have red light when I would have stopped, and then green light would have moved, and I would have definitely went kind of fast. And I definitely wouldn't have ran. That's one thing I wouldn't have done. I would have kind of like jog stop, so that when it said red light, I would stop because I would kind of know what's going on. It's got to be serious if we get the $1 billion. So I would have passed the first round with ease. Now with the honeycomb, that's where like you get a needle and you gotta cut out whatever shape that you pick. I feel like that's a 50-50 chance on that one. I feel like if I would have got an easy shape, I'm very polite with my hands. I'm very like, you know, saying tender. I'm fragile. I know how to slowly take my time and make parts and stuff. I wouldn't have thought to like lick the honeycomb, but I think with the needle, I would have definitely did pretty good with that, and I possibly would have passed it if that's just if like if I'm talking about with a big, I would have passed it if I got an easy shape. That if was a strong one. If I got an easy shape. If I didn't get an easy shape, then 10 times 10 I probably was screwed. But yeah, after that was what was it? It was, I believe. Hold on. Y'all, that was just a sign that I needed to change the location. But yeah, the next challenge was the tug of war. I'm pretty good at tug of war. You can put me in the front, the back. I'm pretty strategic with that too. Where you know it's a certain way you got to do it, certain way you got to pull. So I would have been very like smart about that and had a plan with it. It still depends on just who you decided to be grouped with. I definitely would group with like stronger people. You know what I'm saying? Or at least people that, you know, look kind of strong, but look smart too. I like, you can't be strong or dumb. You got to be strong and smart looking, strategical looking. And that's like the team that I probably would have chosen. We would just fought it out. Win or lose, hey, that's really a team thing. So you got to get your team, you know, in the right spirit to just, you know, try their hardest and really feel motivated. So yeah, on that one, that's a 50-50 chance on that one too, depending on who we going to go against. It really come down to that one. I also want to speak on not necessarily a challenge, but a complication in the game is where they gave them a shortage of food, which led to people murdering each other and killing each other. I feel like that little bonus round right there, where it's free for all, you can kill anybody. Man, my chances of living is 10% at that moment. 90% chance that I'm gonna die at 10%. I don't feel like I'm passing that stage because I'm very to myself. So I'd have been by myself, and I would have been just basically like not really being social with people. I'd have been antisocial basically the whole time. I wouldn't have had no people that I was trusting or nobody like that. I wouldn't have a team. I'd be solo dolo. And if I find a teammate, then cool. But other than that, I'd be to myself trying to win because that's what I'm here for. Just for me only, to win only. So I would have had tunnel vision as far as that part. And I might would have got stabbed when I was asleep. That's really, you would have to stay up, man. You didn't know that was going to happen. Man, you couldn't see, like somebody was just a little bit more like stronger than you or whatever it was. You got double team, you got jump, whatever the situation was. So on that one, it was a 90% chance of me dying, 10% chance that I would stay alive. So I was failing that round. That bonus round, really, it wasn't even a challenge. On that specific one, I would have lost. Completely lost. No, I would have lost. The next game or the next challenge was the marble game. On that one, I would have chose somebody that was good, but not better than me as my teammate. For the simple fact, just in case I would have had to go against them, I would have already thought this could be a low-key, a trick, and they're really making us go against each other. So don't pick somebody so comp, and then guess what? They going to be able to beat you. I would have made sure they were good, very strategical, very had a plan, disciplined, but they wasn't stronger or better than me intellectually. So that's my main points as far as that one. And then it's still 50-50 chance still because, I mean, marble game, we just guessing odd or even how many you got in your hand. That get to where it just get biased to where you don't even know. You just really guessing. It's really just straight luck. 50-50 chance, man. It's a card game, blackjack game, it's a poker game. At that moment, you got to just, boy, get lucky. That's what it come down to with that one. You got to get lucky too. There's no way there's just no way with that one. You don't know, man. It's not about skill on that one. It's more just really getting lucky and just hoping you right with the numbers. So on that one, 50-50 chance. I would have made sure that I just picked somebody that was a little bit under me. You did what I'm saying as far as skill set. The next challenge that they did, I believe, was what was it? Oh, the mirror game, where you had to step on a mirror that was either temper glass or just a glass that was a fake glass, and you go straight through. That is straight luck, 100%, because you got to pick out a 1 through 16. 1, you're going first, 16, you're going last, not knowing that, and you're trying to pick a good number. And if you pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you automatically was gonna die. 16 was your best choice number to get, but you wouldn't know to pick that one. That's too far behind anyways. That game I would have lost because I probably would have picked, I wouldn't have picked number 1 because I would have thought like, okay, maybe that's the first person that's going. And then 16 would be the last person. I don't want to really be the last person, but if I had to get a certain amount of number, I would like to know what everybody else got so that I can beat that number. So last would be good, but I'm more like towards the middle. So I would have said like 6 because I want to see how to do something first. Then I'm going to do it my own way, and then I feel like I can do it the best way because I'm just kind of seeing what they did, looking at their flaws, and then capitalize off of it. So I would have just basically, I would have picked about 6 or 7, maybe 7, 8 tops. If somebody already grabbed something, then a little bit higher. But I'm looking at 7. I would have picked 7, and I think the 7th person ended up dying. It was only like 3 of them that lived. So if you wasn't the last people, you was out of the luck 100%. So that challenge, I wouldn't have won that one. I'd have been dead. Rest in peace, Matt. What was the last one? So the last one was a Squid game. I feel like I'm a competitor, so I learn games fast, and it don't matter what type of game. If it's a game, I'm pretty good at it, as long as it ain't no luck game or like a game where it's kind of unbeatable, like the mirror game, like the challenge before that, where you had to step on the mirrors and hope you don't fall, and you pick the right one off just guessing. That's no like skill base. I feel like anything skill based, like a skill set or talent, I feel like I can excel and do pretty much anything. I would have won that challenge. So if I would have made it to the Squid Game challenge, the last final challenge, I would have won for the simple fact I'm finna outbeat my opponent. I'm finna outthink my opponent. I'm finna outsmart my opponent. Whatever I gotta do to win, I'm winning that game. That Squid Game, that's mine because that skill set, that was just talent. That's 100% chance I'm winning that one. There ain't even a 0% chance that I'm gonna lose and die. No, I'm winning that. So yeah, that was my outtake on the Squid Game as far as what would I do if I was in the Squid Game. Also, notes that I wanted to also put in was if they would have asked me after the first round, do I want to go home? After I would have saw them people die in the first one, I would have left. So I would have won the first round, like I already told y'all boys. But when they would have said, hey, y'all can go home, hey, we would have went home. And I would not have came back. You crazy if you think I came back to that game. Insane. You are dumb. I'm not watching somebody die and then putting my life at risk. No, 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 no. Not for no money. Forget I don't care how dead I am. Don't care. Things that I didn't like about that movie in general about the Squid Game was that the dude turned around like, man, what are you like? You trying to solve stuff that's like beyond you. Stop trying to stop stuff that you can't stop, bro. Stop trying to stop the bigger picture. Go back to your family and go to your daughter. You have something to live for now. You're basically doing the same thing you were doing at the beginning of the movie as far as just being financially irresponsible and just being irresponsible with your priorities, dude. Dude, you got what you wanted. You got the money. Cool. Blase. You ready to go back to your family and actually take care of your family now. And you go back to try to figure out the game for season 2. Oh my gosh. And another thing, I actually agree with the rich people, with the rich old man who created the game off he was just bored with life. Because let's be real, you get so much money, you know what I'm saying? You're on the top of the world like these. You're going to get bored, so you're going to want to do stuff in general. So you run out of stuff to do. So why not make a game that is like really going, bro, that game is going to have you on your toes. Nothing, no amount of money can buy that type of entertainment. You feel what I'm saying? So for him playing the game, creating the game, you know, for his own personal, you know, boredom, I feel like that was cool. So I like that part of the movie, though. I love the plot. I love how he won. I love how he didn't spend the money, you know, because sometimes you get money and you realize what money's not. You feel me? So that's a nice aspect to see, too, that he didn't spend nothing. And he really just, it was really just real life insecurities that he was going through that it was beyond just money. Money couldn't even help them situations, bro. It was bigger than that. But yeah, that will conclude today's topic. Y'all got to see different spots of this Airbnb on this balcony. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You dig?